Hello, Internet. How are you today? I hope you're doing good. So, um, this is just another journal entry. Like I said, I typically use this platform as catharsis, not really for relationship advice, but as I stated before, if it resonates with you, please take my lessons so you don't have to go through my pain. And if it doesn't resonate with you and it's just entertainment, perfect. The topic of the day, which you will probably say, how could you say that, Kate? The topic of the day is they can have them. Last week, I did a post about my ex going back to his ex. And I had the breakdown of my observations of what happened, right? Because I was the dumpy and not the dumper, right? As said in previous video, I went through an ego death. So I did not mind being on the losing end of the relationship. As I said, it was kind of cold how it happened, but it did not reflect on my self-worth or my value. I knew that I wasn't the problem, right? But I want to talk to you, if you don't mind, about the concept of letting the person who wanted to win so bad give them the victory. Take a knee, right? I find that a lot of people on internet land, they really want to get their ex back, right? They really want to get him back. And I feel that's not very healthy. Not in the sense of wanting to get someone back, right? But I think that so many people live with the nostalgia of what was, right? They're still reliving the honeymoon period of the romance where everyone has their best face, their best foot forward, they dress nice. They don't think about, taking out the trash. They think about the candlelight dinners and the very intense sex and, the calls and the texts and the gifts and the bears and the roses. That's what I feel a lot of people who want their ex back, they still live in that 6 to 8 months honeymoon period. They willingly forget about the after, right? When the trash needs to be taken out, when the laundry needs to be done, when the arguments start. They don't think about that, right? Because time definitely does kind of soothe out the bad and I guess you could say amplifies the good, right? And the same thing goes for your ex. Specifically, when you break up with someone or someone breaks up with you, I'm actually going to just go from the perspective of the dumpy, not the dumper, right? I'll give some reflection on it, but I was the one who was dumped. So this is the only opinion that really matters now. When you're dumped, it hurts because it's a form of rejection, right? It is a death, yeah? And then you see this person and they go back to either a new rebound, yeah? Or they go back to their ex, right? Because there's unfinished business there. If you watch my previous video, I think that you would kind of get the gist of that, right? So I know this is going to sound petty, but I'm at the point now, I'm just like, cool. He went back to her. She can have him. Now, you're just like, wait, what? No. Whoever you're with, be they male or female, be you male or female, let that person go. And let the cleanup crew deal with the garbage. Now, you're saying, oh, well, was I better? Was I worse? No. Was I attractive enough? No. Because if that's the case, then Jay-Z would have never cheated on Beyonce, right? Like, Beyonce can get a billionaire, right? Not Jay-Z. She can get people who are like 20 times more handsome than Jay-Z, right? And he still cheated on her anyway, right? It has nothing to do with attraction. Well, so I'm wrong. It has some things to do with attraction. Maybe you kind of let yourself go. Maybe you guys got super comfortable. You did that, relationship, weight gain or whatever. Yes. But typically, from my experience, it's really about the insecurity of the man and power. Now, note, And you may think that I am talking BS, but typically I feel that when somebody leaves you and they go back to someone else, it's one of two reasons. It's either they are in love with being in love, so they are addicted to the dopamine high of the honeymoon phase, or they feel so insecure in your relationship that they feel like they have no power, so they go to someone else to get that power ego stroke back. For me, I realized that the person that I was with who left me for his ex, as you can tell from my previous videos, I'm kind of successful, right? And I didn't really care about that at the time. I didn't really think of it as like I just decided to get a different job and do a different path, but I worked hard for where I got. Well, the person who left me went back to his ex because he knew he financially had more power, and or she had more money than me. Or I wouldn't say money, I would say she was willing to give him more and make him more comfortable, where I was like, you are a man, you do the gig. So he went back. Let me tell you what happens, because I have seen the fallout. The person you were left for is going to work 20 times more hard to keep this person. Let me say this to the people in the back. It's not going to work long term, because resentment will set in, because that person, the rebound, be they ex or new, they know who you are and they know how you work. And so they know that they're second string to begin with. They may think they have more power. They may think that, oh, I won. But did you really win? Not really. Typically, when someone decides to take sloppy seconds, they want to try and act like they were first string. So they're going to mimic you. They're going to mimic your behavior. And then they're going to try and do more. They might do freakier sex stuff. They might give more money. They might give, a car, an apartment. This is pick-me behavior. It's going to be pick-me times 10. And typically, any healthy relationship or anyone who actually has some taste and common sense will indulge in the pick-me behavior for a short amount of time before it actually disgusts them. And then that's when the relationship starts to fall apart, because the pick-me person is going to see that the sex now with the person that they quote-unquote won is now boring them. There's no emotional foundation. There's no respect, right? I mean, you feed a kid ice cream for a month, sooner or later they're going to want to eat something different, right? That's just how it is. So please do not think that the person who left you went for greener pastures. They did not. They went to basically Disney World, but you can't live in Disney World every day. It's good for a short amount of time, great for the memories, but a cotton candy diet is not nourishing. And that should say something about the person who left you and the person they decide to shack up with. So I just say, let them have them and watch the world burn around them, and improve yourself and be better. Bye, Internet.